Yo, you better run, hide your wife, hide your kids, cause Spiritomb is coming in.
Let's get scratching.
Hey ho, what do you know? We are back once again, bringing you guys more Pokemon TCG action. Today, if you didn't guess, oh boy, we hitting the Spiritomb deck. Yo, say it once, say it twice for the people in the back. Spiritomb is insane. Spiritomb is back once again. This deck wasn't doing too hot up until now, right? So the idea behind this deck, Building Spite, Anguish Cry. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So the idea is you Building Spite, once during your turn, put a damage counter on this Pokemon, turn out the turn, you build the damage counters. You attach the Cape of Toughness that gives your dudes from 60 HP up to 110 HP, stack up the damage counters, and then 3 times 10, you'd have a maximum damage output of 310 damage. Now, that seems slow. You can also put on damage counters with Spikemuth, right? Every time you switch your active Pokemon to the bench during your turn, put 2 more damage counters. So the idea behind this deck is to constantly be switching your Spiritombs from the active to the bench, either with switching cards or hiding darkness energy, which gives you free retreat. But why did people stop playing this deck, right? This deck has been around forever. Because before you would only have switch to be able to add damage counters. But now with the new expansion and battle styles, we got Escape Rope, which also allows you to switch from the active to the bench, and it has an added pseudo gust effect by making your opponent switch too. So if your opponent has a Pokemon in the active that you really don't want to hit into, you drop the Escape Rope on them, you do more damage, and you make your opponent switch. Busted. Not to mention, we do have Level Ball, which pretty much finds everything you need in this entire deck outside of the 2 prize Pokemon. It's absurd. So Level Ball, Escape Rope, Spiritomb, running wild. It's insane, okay? We've got the Scoop Up Nets for the Jirachi engine, right? We got the Stellar Wiz Jirachi engine. It's absolutely insane. Oricorio-GX helps us draw cards every time our dudes are knocked out, which they will, right? They have a pretty low amount of HP. We've got Mew to protect our bench from like Urshifu, VMAX, Rapid Strike, and some other stuff. Crobat, Dedenne, the classics. We've got a one-of Poké in this deck to help us move between the active, kind of give us a free switch, right? So if we don't actually have a switch in hand, we can promote the doll, send it to the bottom of the deck, and then have Spiritomb retreat again. So doll is very nice in this deck. Once during your turn, discard all cards from it. If it's in the active, put it in the bottom of your deck. And 4 Quick Ball, 2 Ordinary Rod. Our dudes die a lot, so we need the Ordinary Rod. Only 7 energy is fine. 4 copies of Spikemuth. 3 boss, you kind of want to boss a little bit much, and the Bird Keeper. This is a card I don't really find myself using that often. It does have a switching effect, but it is a supporter, and it only draws you 3 cards. So I usually end up wanting to use a different type of supporter for my turn, just so I can see more cards more quickly. We do have Bruno. Bruno is insanely good in this deck. You don't want to go overboard and have 4 Bruno, because having Bruno in your first turn or in the early phase of the game really isn't that great. But if your Pokemon is knocked out in the previous turn, you can draw 7 cards. Shuffle draw 7 is insanely good and exactly what this game needs right now. Because sometimes you just don't want to discard your hand with research, right? You've got important. This deck is all about resource management and sequencing, as you'll soon see. In fact, I would argue that this has got to be one of the highest skill floor decks that I've ever played, simply because it requires absolute pristine sequencing to maximize your damage output, right? Knowing when to switch, when to retreat, when to escape rope, when to get your dudes in the active, you sometimes can't really afford to just discard resources, because unlike most Pokemon, your items, your switching cards are your damage, right? So you can't just willy-nilly discard these thinking that you're gonna get them back later on, right? 4 Cape of Toughness helps our dudes have more HP, and that's literally it, right? It seems simple, but it is a little bit difficult. The Marshadow is a little bit iffy. The Marshadow is here specifically because of Chaotic Swell to help us win the Stadium War. This deck relies on Stadium. You cannot play any less than 4 Spikemuth. You need your Stadiums. In fact, I've even ran into someone on ladder that played Stadium Nav, which seems like a really ridiculous card, right? It seems like a really ridiculous card, but in a deck like this that is so heavily reliant on Stadiums, it might be a good Tekken as like a 1-of or a 2-of in the deck. I don't know. Give me your opinions. Check out the deck. Let me know what you think. These games are out of this world. Spooky Spiritomb. Like what? You're gonna hope they don't have boss? That deck plays 4 boss and Eldegoss and Great Catchers. They have like upwards of like 6 Gus cards. You know? So like, I'm not gonna sit. Each game takes like 30 minutes or something like that. 15 minutes. I'm not gonna sit. Even if, here's the thing, even if like the odds of them having boss is higher than the odds of them not having boss. So even if it's just like the odds of me just, you know what I mean? Like even if I sit through like 20 to 25 minutes of game of them slow rolling me and like researching and all that crap for them to just have boss at the end of it, I could just get into another game. I could literally just get into another game. I kind of want to. Are we going second? We are. Okay. I want. We don't. Okay, we don't have to go crazy here. I'm actually gonna get Dedenne. I know he can't knock that out for 2 prize cards next turn. Stadium? Stadium. Busted. Let's building Spike before we forget. I'm also gonna bench my Oricorio just because I know you can't knock that out either. Cape does seem pretty good. Early Cape of Toughness. I think it's pretty good. We could just 120. Somehow I feel like that's not enough damage. I like Jynx and hit him slightly harder. That's not the worst, actually. I feel like I need to hit him harder than this. You know? We could, I guess, Bruno for 4. Got another Bruno. Sick. Yeah, I feel like I need to hit him harder. Hitting him for 100 just isn't enough. I need to hit him because he's assuming he evolves the next turn. Yo, Nitri with the ducklets. Yo, the Smuglet Ducklet. The Smuglet Ducklet. Alright, let's see what he's got. Hopefully he's not a nerd and like tries and boss traps my Oricorio or Dedenne or something. I wouldn't like that very much. Wouldn't like that very much at all. You think he's just gonna go into my tomb? Yeah, he's just gonna go. Alright. Alright, cool. Do we just... Hold up. Do we start Tomb here? Get like a switch or like an escape roper? I feel like that's correct. Because the odds of us... What's in here? So we got 2 switch, 4 rope. I feel like we start Spiritomb here so we can get like the damage counters. And we need to find... Oh, we need to actually find Stadium again, by the way. I just realized. Okay. We put these back, I guess. We actually need a lot here. We need Stadium, Energy. We actually do need quite a few things. We did get the Stadium. We didn't get a switch card. Whew! Oh, baby. Alright. I would have preferred an escape rope. To be completely honest. It's rude of me to say I was so excited for... Waltz? Ducklet? You mean like the emotes? Alright. Stellar Wish. I would have preferred... Alright, I guess that's fine. So do we just... Do we do the same thing? Do we just... I guess we just do the same thing. You know? We're gonna get Martin? No, he has the Welder. Can you play Scrapper? I will do that. Oh, Ralts to be approved. Then Ducklet, but Ducklet is so good. The Ralts? Yeah, I like that Ralts emote. It's cute. Kind of have to zoom in on a little bit though. The Ducklet is a lot more obvious, for sure. The Ducklet's a lot more obvious. So we need 6 damage counters? We need 6 damage counters. We haven't used a single rope. And we have to find Stadium again. We're probably going to research this turn. We still have plenty of switch cards left in the deck. I wish I had a Hiding Dark Energy though. That would make things a lot easier. For sure, for sure. No V Pokemon on board, so there's no Pokemon in play that he can knock out easily for 2 prize cards. Victini's biggest downfall is like a GX based deck. A lot of Victini decks have been trying to account for that by playing like the Reshizard and stuff. But alright, so he's gonna knock me out. We get the Oricorio again. And research, so we're drawing a ton of cards. No way we whiff a switch here, so I'm just gonna start this. Hiding Dark, no Hiding Dark. This doesn't really matter. We'll just do this to thin it. Put that down. I think we're just gonna research. I mean, I think I can knock him out. Maybe. Okay. Maybe not. Where are my escape ropes? What? Where are my escape ropes? Alright. Hold on. I bet you... So I prized 1 escape rope. They're in there. I mean, there's 3 in there. Alright, mistakes were made. Always promote the Jirachi kids. Don't do this at home. So we're not attacking this turn. That's fine. Okay. Should have put the stadium down, by the way. Boss Bird Keeper. I get the Bird Keeper. I don't really need... I need to do this, do this, do this, because he's going to try and boss something. He's probably going to boss the one with more damage counters on it, but that's fine. We'll do that. I'm going to pass. He's probably, just in case he drops another Hearth. You know, I don't actually know if my last stadium is in the deck or not. So just in case, I didn't check for that. There's a good chance my last stadium isn't actually in the deck. So just in case he drops a Hearth this turn, he's already down 2 himself. So he might play 4. He plays at least 3, I'm willing to bet. We can still win this game, for sure. A little bit of a flub there. I was also whiffing my Hiding Darks as well. We do like the Hiding Dark energies. So what does this do? He wants to attack me with Fire Mane? No. Okay. Alright, so this is why we bench the other Spiritomb preemptively. Alright, so go Spiritomb. I haven't taken a single prize card. That's fine. Building Spite. Can I get 6 damage counters without? I can like retreat. I guess I can retreat Bird Keeper is fine. That works too. How do I sequence this so I don't just mess it up? I think I go here. I actually don't want to. I guess I kind of have to. I think I go here. Jirachi. 2 cards left in deck. That's fine. We'll just do this. So we got 1 Escape Rope, Hiding Dark. We'll do this. Then we'll retreat. We'll do this. Drop Spiritomb. Have I used both my rods? I have. So we're probably just gonna deck out, so that's not good. Jirachi's kind of useless at this point. So whatever, I guess. Did a couple things wrong this game. just a few. Just a few. Just a couple things wrong. That's okay. You know, we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. Alright, go Spiritomb. actually out of attackers as well, so I actually do need to knock out this Entei. I need... Oh, man. We actually... Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. We need 3 damage counters? We need 4. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We actually do need to knock out this Entei. I guess I could just boss for it, I suppose. He's giving me the Victini. It's pretty good. Or ominous posture now. Alright, he needs welder double fire. At least. To knock me out. At least. He needs welder double fire. You think he's got it? What's he got in here? He's only used 1 welder the entire game, by the way. He's already used Eldegoss. So he has to have welder double fire in his hand right here. He's got to have a welder in his hand, like right now. He's got no more fire in his deck, apparently. I think he's trying to Crobat. Oh, he can hot burn me for 50 damage. That's not enough. I have Cape. He needs 2 fire. He needs a welder. He needs welder double fire. At least. You can't do it any other way. Or he's got Tool Jammer or something like that. Because 1 energy is not enough, right? Does he have it? Yo. Never punished? 1 time? The gas? Yo. Never punished. The gas, bro? Yo, don't tell me. Escape Rope? I mean... I don't want him to knock out my... Well... Yeah, if he stamps me... If he, like, stamps me or something, I can maybe find my Escape Rope back. He needs 2 prize cards. He doesn't have any spread. So he can hot burn this and knock it out, but he needs 2 prize cards. We can do enough damage to knock out anything on his bench. He's playing like he doesn't have it, so... Yeah, he's playing like he doesn't have it, so I'm pretty sure this is game. Because if he had welder double fire, he would have done it like instantly. No. Yeah, he doesn't got it. He don't got it like that. We don't even have to like. Yeah, we can knock out anything in on his bench, so we're just gonna do that. Yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye! Never punished. Ah, yeah, dude. Never punished. Never punish. That's what I'm talking about. You don't got it. You don't got it. Spiritomb coming in. I don't know. It's not that much different from like an American talking to a British person, you know? Like British people, they have different accents. They have some different terminology for things. I mean, that's pretty much it, you know? Nothing really more than that. Like the grammar is all the same. Slightly more than that, I would say. Cause like with British English, they just have like some words. Like I'm pretty sure Canadians have a different word for moose. But they do have funny accents. I mean, I do have some trouble, but that's about it. I mean, the prairies are only pockets of native speakers. And most of like the native speakers in the game, in Canada, they live like rural. Like there's tons of English speakers, like Montreal even. Like you could really, like to find like the hardcore native speakers in Canada now, you really gotta go to the sticks. Like go to a gas station way out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing like super crazy. Oh no, I like French. I want to learn more languages though. I like learning languages a lot. It really stimulates the brain. So this guy's playing Inteleon. So I do need Jirachi. We'll scoop this out. We'll go Jirachi. We will get. This thing has no weakness. So I need 2 damage counters. Bird Keep. Got the stadium. But at this point, I guess DAA changing this hand isn't like the worst thing in the world. Crobat for 4. Not like the worst thing. You only have 1 more research in the deck. Doesn't really matter which one I put the damage on. I really hate having to play, yeah, with the stadium. He only does 60 damage, by the way. I think we're just gonna pass. I should have a test the Cape too, but I think I'm just gonna pass. My biggest hurdle is not having others to practice with. Immersion is very strong, I've heard though. The best way to learn a language, so the problem with language learning on your own is that there's no accountability, right? It's very, like you start it and then you stop because like life gets in the way, or you just get occupied by other things, or just like flat out, you just don't feel like it, right? You just straight up, like, you just don't feel like doing it because there's no accountability, which is why I've personally had a hard time learning a third language these past couple of years, just because you just get occupied playing Pokemon, right? It's so much easier when you're living in a target language, just because you can't even goddamn buy toothpaste. Like I don't know how people from like Mexico do it. Like there's people that live in Florida or America from like they come in from like Mexico and Cuba. They don't speak a lick of English. I don't know how they do it. Because when I was living in France, I couldn't goddamn buy a stick of toothpaste without like unga bunga, you know. You know, you're just trying to tell the lady what I want. You know, I go through all these hand signs. She's like, oh, oui, je comprends. She goes out back, comes up with a Slim Jim. It's like, yo, no, I didn't want this. I wanted toothpaste. Yo, I don't get it. I don't know how people do it, and people have been living like that for years. Like, I don't know if it's just them being lazy or like what, but like for real. All right, we need Stadium. Stadium, thank you. In Canada, it's pretty common for older people to move over with their kids and just not bother learning it. That's so crazy to me. It's absolutely bonkers to me, man. Alright, Level Ball. Probably... there's no way he plays Chaotic Swell. Yeah, we actually do have to research just because we need energy, so... that's a thing. I'm actually gonna promote this one. Building Spite. Building Spite. Retreat. And we'll build Spite again, that's fine. Just smacked a Pikarom and Mewtwo with Tyranitar, best deck, no cap. Tyranitar V? Is it really the sauce, bro? You got the sauce over there? The sauce, bro? Doesn't that card need like 4 energy to attack and it mills like 6 cards from your deck or something like that? I know Tyranitar V is good against Mad Party because you can use the first attack and mill them and maybe like get an energy out of their deck. I don't know, I play Tyranitar in Single Strike, but it's specifically for like Dragapult or something that's weak to Dark. I play like 1 copy of it. The Tyranitar deck itself, like playing 4 Tyranitar, doesn't seem that good, but I have seen some other people playing it. I gotta run and catch you later though. Yeah, man, no problem. I'm always down to talk like French stuff. That's my favorite thing in the world. No cap. Yeah, I love French people. I like French culture. I like Canadians, even though they don't really have much of a culture. I'm just kidding. Canadians need like more gastronomy. They copy too much of their culture from Americans. This dude put 2 of his bosses back in the deck. We have coffee? That's true. Like, poutine can only carry you so far. You can only get so far with Poutine. Alright, yo, if I get my second rod... Oh. Get wrecked, kid. Get wrecked. Sit down, kid. Sit down. Sit down, dude. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, dude. You thought. He thought, my man. He thought he was going to get me with that. Sit down. Sit down. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Yo, you know he's mad. You know he's mad. Tell a friend. Yo, you better run, hide your wife, hide your kids, cause Spiritomb is coming in. Oh man, this Inteleon is not happy. For sure. Us Americans, us UK. A lot of the OGs, yeah, when you live here, you'll see this more about all the different cultures that can tell and share common experiences. Yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not Canadian, but I'm not completely ignorant, right? Like, I know the history, the colonies, right? The Germans, the English, and the French coming in the Northeast and colonizing, Quebec City, and then they moved across, and Canada is all about like a mix of cultures and stuff. So he's gonna knock out again. All right, I'm actually down 2 rods, so but yeah, this guy is not happy. Snipe shot for 40, bro. He's got this other Inteleon. Alright, what don't I want him to do? Because it doesn't really matter which one I promote. Do you think he plays Goon? Yeah, we can Building Spider, unless he plays Scrapper. He could play Scrapper. We'll drop the Jynx. We don't need that many damage counters, so put that over there. Sure. I mean, I guess we'll Building Spike. We're probably gonna die, so I'm not too worried about it. We only need 2 more prize cards, too. And we have Boss in hand. He can only take a maximum of 2. He can only kill 2 of my Spiritombs this turn. And we have Boss in hand. So we should have a knockout on, like, the Crobat or something. Unless we get stamped or Marnied. Could happen. Could see it. Alright, no. So he can still stamp me. But we should have this game. But if he kills, like, if he evolves, gets another energy... He knocks out this one and this one. We promote this dude. We retreat into Doll. That puts us at 6, which is enough to knock out Crobat. So we should have this game wrapped up. You know? Okay. Alright. So that's GG. Nowadays, I've been liking the early bosses order. So what most people do is that they play out their hand and then they boss. But I just want them to know what's coming. Like, if you want to scoop, go ahead and scoop. You know? Like, you know what's about to happen. So if you want to scoop, I'll let you go out on your terms. Yeah, there he goes. Hey, and that's the video, guys. Really appreciate it. Some things about this deck. The Jynx in this deck is actually insanely important, despite us only running one of it. You move once during your turn, you may move one damage counter to another Pokemon in your turn. Playing a tool over this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Maybe like dropping a Marshadow and going 2 Jynx. Because even though technically you only need one, it does kind of suck when your one of Jynx is prized. So that's probably one thing I would probably look for. If you don't think you're playing against a lot of Chaotic Swell, I would very easily just go down the Marshadow, go up Jynx. But other than that, the deck feels pretty solid, I have to say. If you want to make any other changes, let me know in the comments below. And that's going to be it. I stream these games all the time, twitch.tv/MelloMocha, and please hit the subscribe button so I can try and get to 100 subscribers so I can get my own custom URL. Once I do that, I'll stop asking you guys for it, I promise. That's going to be it. I'll see you guys next time.